Before we start, does anybody want to banter? Any last minute banter? Cool. Well, I'm doing just fine. Thank you for asking.
No one asked, Bob.
Alright. Does anybody need a review of last session? Yeah, that's what I figured. It's pretty vivid image. Alright. Last we were together, we entered the great disgusting scab the size of a large hill that rose up from the stinking swamp of blood that surrounds it. Within this scab, the dope top of an alabaster temple poked through. Many iron chains converged on the building attaching within the grotesque mound. You guys have found the bleeding Citadel, found the site hosting the Sword of Zariel, and entered within. Lulu lighting the way, and we've encountered a little bit some horrors within. I believe, following our last encounter, people wanted to rest. Is that still the case?
Yeah.
Yes.
A rest will take an average of 8 hours for most of you. And in these dangerous caverns of muck and blood, it's probably unsafe to sleep without a watch. If you wish to form some sort of shifts or risk it, it's up to you.
I can pull first watch.
We can take turns.
Yeah, I can pull for first watch. I still have like spell slots left and stuff. So.
Does anyone have a silent alarm?
No, but this is another one of those spells that I read the description of, and I was like, oh, that sounds useless.
Oh, well, joke's on you, wizard. You're useless.
Got him.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll take first watch.
In that case, unless anybody else wishes to describe what they're doing, Hector, as you take on the first watch, taking on overwatching the bloody caverns onwards, I'll have you rule me a perception check if you don't mind.
Hang on, I just gotta get my sheet.
Yep.
And I'm actually thinking of setting. How high is the ceiling here?
It is quite high, about 4 or 5 stories high, rising as high as 7 in some parts, with bloody icicle-like structures stretching toward the floor. Quite high.
Okay.
The person that you've skewered last time fell from a height of about 60 feet onto your spear.
Oh, very nice.
Ouch.
Sure. I'll have you know that I'm not standing directly by the fire. I'm gonna stand.
There's a fire.
Actually, I don't know, but I'm gonna stand here. And by stand, I mean like lie on the ground and peer in this direction.
We were attempting to make a fire last time. I don't know if we ever succeeded.
You wanted me to make a perception check, correct?
You can do whatever you want. But if you are trying to watch, yes.
Yes.
Perception.
Hey Tom, do you remember if I used lay on hands any of my fortunes last session?
You used one within the last 24 hours.
Okay.
it wouldn't matter if you're not taking first shift. You are in your meditation, correct? Unless you wish to.
I could use them on Hector's rolls, but I'm here at 21, so.
Got a 21. I think I'll take it.
What do everybody else do while Hector is taking watch?
Resting.
Eat.
Just chilling.
You guys are not gonna long rest?
I am
Of course.
long rest chilling.
Okay.
I'll munch down on some rations.
Hector, along with the various echoing sounds throughout, whether it be a similar droning sound of giant fly-like wings in the distance, or the occasional yapping, barking, cackle, hyena-like cackle in the distance, you hear faint sounds like that of claws digging through flesh, echoing throughout the cavern. It's very hard to discern direction, but it seems that the sound bounces off the stones of the chamber. Peering into darkness, you don't see any movement. It's very hard to see anything. By the end of your hour, the end of the hour, the only sound that you find significant enough in terms of proximity is the shuffle of several somethings, and then the muted gag, as if somebody has taken a blade and just slit somebody's throat, muting their scream, and a splash of liquid that quickly followed, and then silence. Judging by the sound, it would have been about 300 feet across the cavern.
Could I send Filder?
You may.
Come to be my child.
You saw a filter trying to locate the source of the sound. Where do you head?
There are 2 filberts.
Oh, sorry, tiny. I did not see tiny Filder.
Which direction are you heading? Talk to me like there's no map. I'm closing my eyes as I'm talking here.
Oh, okay. So I was. You said 300 feet across the cavern.
Sure. I mean, like, it's far. It sounds far. Didn't sound like within, like, right beside you.
I'm gonna send Filder down from where I am, and then when he gets to the junction there at the bottom, I'd like to get him to listen to see if he might hear anything that would follow these noises. Movement.
Filter does not hear much more movement. Hanging around the ledge, very, very faintly, now and then, you see almost like a passing torchlight coming from the caverns down below, and then disappearing in the darkness, and then another passing torchlight, and another one, and then just those 3, and then off into the darkness. Now and then, it's the same reek of rotten meat, same sound of buzzing flies in the distance. Other than that, the watch goes on uneventful.
Okay.
Hiding.
Alright. Well, who would like to take second watch?
I'll take second watch.
Alright, wizard. Have at it. Before I go to rest, Tom, can I have Filbert kind of like tuck himself into a chunky spot in the wall?
For certain. Yeah, for certain. I mean, I don't see why not.
Awesome.
Step over the bodies of the slain foes from previous battles. take a brief glance at the shimmer of the chain still hanging from the ceiling. Wake the wizard up as Aiden takes first watch. I'll have you roll perception as well.
Hey. I just casually flip my coin
Hey.
to get up, walk over to the ledge.
You listen in as the echo of your coin flip drifts off and bouncing off the stone walls. Peering into the darkness, your shift proves uneventful as well. At some point, you feel something tug at your leg, but you quickly look down and find that it's just Lulu not wanting to be alone, trying to just cuddle at your ankle as you take your watch.
I pet her.
2 hours pass. We were kind of interrupted in the middle of your meditation, but feel now that you may return to your happy place, away from the stench and the corrupting presence throughout.
I go back, and who's taking the last watch?
Take it.
You go over to Erwin and you note interesting thin film, a very thin, fleshy kind of surface has engulfed Erwin's lower body, as if the cavern itself is slowly trying to envelop him.
Yeah, gross.
Meat blanket.
Wait. I knew I would find a use for this. I take my fire poker and I wake him up with that, and I want to touch him.
You with a fire stick?
I grabbed a fire poker a while ago. Yeah, that's what it's called, a fire poker. Like the thing that you use to shift firewood.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
So hey, wake up, and I kind of like clink his armor a bit with it. Erwin, wake
That
up.
I'm like part of the floor.
You wake up and find that the cavern has enveloped your lower half, all but past the waist, in this fleshy, thin, translucent film, and you can see bloody veins kind of working their way through it. The blood, black, vile. Through this film, you can see your lower half of the body.
Tear that off of my leg.
You shake it off, and
Not okay.
with a kick, you puncture the film, and it ruptures forth.
Yay!
You look around, you notice a similar build-up along all those who remain motionless for long enough on the cave floor.
Oh, that's nice. Like on all the dead things it's doing at the...
Including everything that's remaining motionless on the floor, the cave is slowly consuming. Maybe at this moment you slowly realize that you haven't encountered any fresh corpses on your way down here. Or maybe you have. Maybe you've been treading upon them this entire time. Your
Maybe
foot
this whole
down
cave
beneath
is nothing but dead people.
Maybe we are the corpses.
What?
What?
Wait, who said that?
Erwin?
Hunter said that. Or, that guy that just made this. Yes?
Right, cool. Just so we don't sit here in silence, Erwin, you pulling off the last shift. Go ahead and roll me that one last perception roll, if you don't mind.
Perception.
If you're not gonna scrap what you're doing, I'm just gonna assume that you're gonna sit there and stare into the darkness.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
Why can't I? There it is. I did it.
I know.
Roll the 14. 14 good.
You note toward the end of about 45 minutes pass, and you feel it first before you hear it. A vibration in the ground, a shuddering that intensifies, grows closer as if something is burrowing beneath the ground. And then you hear it, a sudden collapse from somewhere within the tunnels. A roar, a abysmal, gargantuan creature's roar dissipates into distance, and then a crash. And when it crashes, you can feel this vibration, and at this moment, the entire party awakens to this crushing sound coming from beneath the ground somewhere.
Giant meatworms?
By your shift's end, the 3 corpses in the pit have sunken into the cave floor itself, covered in that film, being slowly engulfed, dissolved, eaten.
It's like the building is digesting them. What? This is super gross.
Making more meat.
We're all awake now, right?
Yes.
I'm
And
sending,
Whether you choose to go back to sleep is up to you, but
I'm sending them to the head to like scout.
Well, come on, Filbert.
where do you send your homunculi? And I'm assuming you're looking through them.
Yeah, I'm like looking through him to see if he sees anything.
I mean, in the large chamber you thankfully you find yourselves alone in desolation. Every threat has been taken out from this chamber. As you fly past, you just see these windows made from the same glass as the windows up top, with the same murals in them. The picture is that of a blindfolded angel with her wings crossed across her body, a luminous sword in her hands, and a fluttering yellow creature by her side. Other murals depict similar armored soldiers of holy and divine purpose riding across holy plains. God rays of sunshine at their backs. This chamber is desolate, save for yourselves and the nearly digested corpses at your feet.
Well, I'm cool with going back to sleep.
I'm gonna flip my coin, head to go back to sleep, tails we're staying awake. I'm going back to sleep. I'm going back to trance.
Okay. That would conclude your long rest, as you may, restart your health back up, your hit points, your hit dice, your spell slots. As by the end of this long rest, from the direction of the crash that you heard, you in the very distance you hear more of that clamoring, digging sound intensify from the direction.
Hey Tom, real quick.
Yes.
On a long rest, I regain half my hit die. Do I round down?
Why do you get half your hit die?
Don't you regain half your hit die when
You
you
regain all of
on a
them
long
on a
rest?
long rest.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
I too thought it was.
And do we get back our lost total HP?
Yes.
Yeah.
Session 32.
109.
Hey, I'm learning.
What? No, I need a 9.
I'm like, who's banging so hard? But then someone's on a laptop.
Aren't you on a laptop?
Me? No.
Remind me, we do not regen full HP, right? We have to roll for that, yes?
You regenerate full HP after a long rest, and then you get all your hit dice back.
Okay, I see.
There's no need to roll hit dice because you get them all back.
Cool. Okay. All set to go.
Alright, I've picked my spells.
Before the party moves out, Tom, can I send Bildert down the path where we saw the torches go down?
You may, yeah. The range of reception, so to speak, on your homunculi is literally the entire plane of existence.
Unlimited.
I'm gonna just walk up to Natalia and cast Mage Armor on her.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Spildred maneuvers his way down the 10-foot wide bloody tunnels. You note that they have been two dug by tooth and claw. Something happens, I'll describe it.
Okay. Oh, by the way, is that trait still active
Which one?
from the blood?
Yes, 8 hours.
Okay. Oh, so it would be not active anymore.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Wait,
Feel a certain
Do I
weight.
get-
Yeah, what?
I'm gonna guess this is a no, but does the advantage from my coin flip apply to portents?
No.
Right, okay. So it's next round.
Well, I mean, like Link Portent. I'm just curious.
What?
Link Portent. I got it.
Thing.
Potency. No. You get to decide what you envision, but it's just the two rules.
Right, okay.
You approach to where Hector is standing, staring off into darkness, and as you round him to look at his face, you see that his eyes are glazed over. He is attuned to Filtert, who is scrounging in the distance about 20 feet down the chamber he has climbed down to.
Can he still hear me? He's just using Filbert's eyes, right? He still has his hearing.
Really gonna make me look it up. Well, you are in
I will
incantation.
double check. I will double check my homunculus.
Zero on the constitution, hit point.
Each shared mine.
One homunculi at a time.
Well, I think they just share senses in general, so he should still be able to hear me, even if he can also
Sure.
hear Filbert ears.
You can only hear one end at a time, so it's really Filbert is deaf if Hector listens.
Make it quick, wizard. I'm busy scouting.
I have nothing to say.
All right.
You come to a two-way. Seems that whoever dug these tunnels has continued downwards, and another division has continued upwards. A fork in the road, so to speak. Both tunnels are 10 feet wide, both meaty, dripping with blood along there. They look relatively fresh dug.
I see. Right. I will glaze it a filbert and extend the ladder down.
Sure thing. Extends downwards, hitting the
ladder-
floor about 25 feet downwards.
What exactly
friends-
is the ladder?
The
Kind of
ladder
ladder,
is a
right?
very powerful rod, a magical rod. rod of lordly might. Now, I must stress this, friends. Do we wish to go this way? We may go back the way we went and take a look at the places we did not go.
Yeah, let's just go forward.
Okay, down we
Onward.
go.
The ladder itself, in Hector's hand, is a little mace that, when he presses a button, transforms into a climbing pool that kind of embeds itself into the meaty surface beneath. And once it does so, you see like horizontal bars, 3-inch long, fold out from the sides, 1 foot apart, forming a ladder.
Okay, so but it is a magic rod that just kind of
Correct.
become.
Yes.
Okay.
Specifically.
I didn't know if it was like a legitimate like step ladder that he like throws up.
Ladder man.
That's basically
Very
what he used it
useful.
for. Yeah, he's been using it more as a ladder than as an actual weapon. It's great.
Listen here, the utility of a ladder that can stay in my hand and allow me to just fly into the air 50 feet is amazing.
So the rungs of the ladder just appear out the sides, right?
Correct.
So if you were to impale an enemy, would those rings then impale from the inside as well?
Correct.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ow.
Erwin's
Yeah,
been left
just-
behind.
Just imagine having it as a spear, you stab it, and you're like, ladder!
That'd be painful.
Imagine you impale somebody long ways.
In their butthole?
Yeah, all the way up. And then you go out the sides.
Ouchie.
Anyways, do you want to explore up top first with our homunculi?
Second spot.
Why are theirs so much bigger than mine?
Because I spawned mine independently of Tom.
Oh, he didn't have to be big.
Now he's large.
I think we're gonna
monkey.
scout out the top one first, Tom.
Sure thing. Climbing up the side of the wall and skippering, you maneuver another 30 feet forward in darkness, watching whatever light sources that Lily's casting disappear behind you. It seems that there's a very perversive darkness in this place that seems to linger and extinguish all other torchlight. You maneuver over yonder with Fildred, and he can... What can he sense? You hear a hellish buzz in the dark chamber beyond. About 100 feet before you, you can hear the sound like 1,000 flies flying across a battlefield full of corpses. It's a very eerie sound. Fildred almost trips over something, and looking down you can see it is the mutilated body of a devil, gnawed to the bone. Like he's missing a leg, missing an arm, and his shoulder lies exposed.
Does Phil see anything useful on him? Perhaps any parchment or paper?
Investigating around for parchment and paper, unfortunately, you do not spot any. There is an infernal iron breastplate that has very deep lacerations from claws upon it, but is otherwise in relatively good shape.
Do I happen to see the insignia of what unit they might be part of?
Sure. Diabolical Derbies number 3.
So the third legion.
Not so much a legion, more like half a cohort, if anything. A small division, perhaps a scouting party.
See,
It doesn't seem heavily armored for war. It seems rather lightly armored for stealth more than anything.
Hang on a second.
As you step further into the cave, the sound intensifies until you see Filbert is hiding behind a chest-high bulb of hard, scabulous material. Beyond, he can see hordes of hellish flies just buzz around in this dark chamber. You can also see a hole in the floor reveals another dark cavern below this one. Across from this cavern, in the faint darkness, you see those like very faint, how do you do sight? Over yonder, you can see a very faint flickering of torchlight that seems to flicker in and out, in and out. All the other cavern edges are dark, and now and then Filter has to.
Can Filter make a perception check to see if he can make out if it's a torch or people?
Sure.
But if you're watching through him, that perception check?
It's wisdom, right? Or is it
Perception
Wisdom.
is wisdom.
What's wisdom?
As far as you can tell, it is torchlight. It is seems to flicker in like a flame. Yeah.
Okay. Filter's gonna approach a little more.
At this point, I'm gonna have you roll a stealth check.
Sounds good. Thank you, Filter. And that's is that dexterity?
Yeah. I'm surprised homunculi
Filter.
don't have. I'm pretty sure homunculi have perception to roll. Oh, they have passive. I see. Cool. You manage to stay hidden from the hellish flies that buzz about. As you approach closer, you see more mutilated corpses. Some of them bearded devils, and one of them, a very large one, 10 feet across, is that of a bone devil who has been stripped from all sinew and flesh, giving him a even more gaunt sort of figure. All the corpses are torn to pieces and in some cases partially eaten, and these flies just swarm them.
Goodness.
You're not sure if it's the reaction to you or not, but you see some of the flies gather into like 4 swarms and seem to be patrolling about. Odd behavior.
Okay, Filter's gotta fall back to the group.
Okay. Sure thing.
Also, Filter has a 40 fly speed?
Yep. All homunculi, unless you customize them not to have wings or anything. I just assumed that fly speed comes from him being like sort of levitating octopus thing, so yes.
Yeah.
It's how I assumed all of your homunculi can just float up the floors and shit, so yeah.
Okay.
About 20 minutes pass, Filter maneuvers and stuff sweep back, and you see yourself, kind of your own frame, come into black and white focus in the darkness as Lulu flutters close, illuminating your figure.
So, that was the top path, correct?
Yes, you return via the top path, yes.
Okay. So there's a bunch of, like, flesh-eating bugs down that way. And a bunch of dead bodies from the third half of cohort, from the diabolical derby.
Exciting.
Would anyone like to scout the bottom path, perhaps? Or maybe take our chances with the bugs?
Yeah, I can send Steve Jr. to see what's.
Do it.
You send Steve Jr. scouting forward, and he doesn't make it far before he, too, notices something skittering in the darkness. It is pitch dark, but yet you sense this foreboding sound and this sense of something watching you. Do you wish to proceed onwards? Do you wish to do what?
You proceed stealthfully.
Sure, go ahead and roll me that stuff. The chamber here opens up about 30 feet wide. You can clearly hear the sound of little droplets dropping upon the surface of some water or some liquid. And then you see the pool, the shore, the black and white, dark vision shore of a pool of blood fills and edges along the center of this chamber onwards.
What would I roll for stealth?
Dexterity. You stick to shadows and remain unnoticed by the 5 goat-headed demons reeking of rot that crouch along the edges of the pool, staring at the corpse floating in it.
Oh. Is there anything else? Demons staring
Pool
at the dead thing
corpse in the middle, floating, seems to have bloated since they've been there for quite some time. The demons look something like this. If you get a good look at them through the darkness, as they seem to be focusing on the corpse. Some of them have climbed these semi-ruined pillars. Some of them are crawling along the edges. Some of them are dipping their hands in the pool, giving it a sniff and shaking their head as if like not yet, not ripe enough yet. Now and then you can hear them speaking a language you don't understand. Very guttural, very dark speech.
Steve Jr. is going to return, and then Erwin
will relay.
How's everyone? There's goat people over there eating a dead thing from a blood pool. Pretty much.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah. So we can either go for a swim with goat people, or we can go play with some bugs.
Were you able to tell if they were devils or demons?
Do you know Infernal
did
or
not check.
Abyssal, Erwin?
Not yet.
From your
I have
very
Infernal for
limited
Dummies.
studying of Infernal for Dummies, you did not recognize a single word.
Okay.
Doesn't sound the same. It's very guttural, very wild, very akin to the droning flies you defeated in Chamber prior. Unlike the elegant speech of Infernal you've come accustomed to in all of Avernus.
Okay.
Well, friends, what shall it be? The high road or the goat road?
Man
The high
eating
road-
bugs or goat people? Question.
I think we should take our chances with the goat people, just because there seemed to be a lot of bugs.
How many? How
Ideas.
big were the goat people?
Man size, I would say anywhere from 5 to 6 feet, no taller. Most of them seem to be
That's not
crouching,
that bad.
but
Flavius is with us, right?
Flavius?
Oh God, what was his name?
Hey, Erwin,
Flavius?
Yes.
The other
Fabric
giant
is
guy.
wanna?
Fabric.
If we could
fuck.
go in
Fabric.
2x2 standard formation. Range spell behind your shield.
Huh? Can't hear too good.
Well, then turn up your volume,
up.
bruv.
He offered to make a shield wall.
Oh.
Let's go in standard 2x2 formation. I shoot from behind your shield.
My shield isn't on me.
Be the shield.
Well, then your shield's
Keep the
not very
shield.
useful, is it?
You've got like
Oh, I don't-
17
I don't
times
use
the
it.
HP that I have, so.
Wait, you don't use your shield?
No, I don't. I have a two-handed weapon. I can't use
Spin
my
your
shield.
hammer around like Thor does.
My hammer's not even on my person. It's on my horse right now. Not my hammer or my shield.
Spin your sword. Do it in real life too to add depth. Immersion.
Okay. Okay, I see.
Fabric, have you ever encountered goat-headed demons?
I had an idea.
Go with the
devils.
idea first.
I can, well, using the materials that we have, fabricate my new spell. Make that we ditch later. Desperately need a shield for whatever.
Are you suggesting we forge a shield
Yeah.
in the middle of a dungeon?
Well, I have a spell, fabricate, that makes instantly.
Oh.
Is there a
I
reason
mean,
you can't?
could-
Is there a reason you can't just call your horse to return?
I was gonna say,
to you?
couldn't you just summon your horse?
Well, that'd take 10 minutes.
I mean, we have 10
How long?
minutes. 10 minutes
How long do you
takes.
wait? How long do you think it would take to like forge a shield?
Well, no, my spell.
Oh, you can. Oh, you can. But
The
okay.
spell.
I think
Wait,
we
let
can,
me.
I think we can spare 10 minutes for you to
Hey.
call your horse.
You
Oh,
have
wait,
your,
the fabricate spell takes 10 minutes too. Never
your
mind.
spiritual weapon. Can you summon it inside of creatures?
No, it still has to be
No.
within sight.
So you can't summon it inside their open mouth?
Can you see inside somebody's open mouth?
They've been
On a
looking at me.
technical
Then yes.
standpoint, but
Well, there you go, new strategy.
Well, Arrowinda, you can climb back up the ladder and summon your horse up there. That way we don't make a
we
ruckus.
need a shield.
You know, we don't. But you know,
don't
this is
really think
up
we
to you
do.
guys. So
Well, what was your plan with the shields? We just like walk in and then like have them
Well,
beat
you've got
on the front two
two-
people, and you can
You've
shoot
got
spells.
2 ranged, high damage output attackers,
Huh.
and then 2 very tanky people.
Uh huh.
So, standard 2x2 formation.
I think I could do fine without the shield because having a shield out would severely reduce my attack abilities.
Okay.
Shield was more or less a figure of speech to your body.
Yeah, I can be a meat shield, I guess.
all right. I guess
Let's
that's the
go.
plan.
But how are we gonna
this
get
is-
across the pool of blood?
Go around it.
Let's build a boat.
Is there an around it? I don't remember.
They're
if you
literally
said-
standing around it.
Oh, okay. I thought he was saying they were like on walls and pillars and shit. But
Yeah.
They
well,
do
some of
crave
them
that mineral.
were standing. It was a. You saw your dark vision is very limited. You saw the crest of the pool. You saw a couple, maybe 3 of them in the darkness before you had to retreat. And you saw the cresting
Oh.
of this pool. There was land encroaching on either side of it and going around, and you did hear things from further down the cave. But
oh, okay.
scouting in
okay.
darkness is challenging.
Especially since you're doing it through something else's eyes.
Sure.
So, yeah, Fabric. Have you ever ran into goat-headed demon?
We called them the Bullsau, diseased manifestations of animalistic rage. They embody violence. Across the abyss, Bullsaus typically lurk in canyons and lofty crags, and many find a place in the ranks of demon lords, armies serving as foot soldiers in the abyss's endless warrings. They are repulsive and blood-lusting. They crave violence above all else, eager to kill and willing to die to make them a common member of any demon lord's entourage. We're not
Well, brother.
being corralled by larger and tougher demons, that is.
Looks like we might have a chance to call a few more.
I am all for calling scrabbling mobs. Is that what we see ahead, then?
Yes, 4, I believe. Although we would
Chances
potentially-
are, in the chaos, that we'll catch them wrestling and fighting among themselves. They typically do that until a better target comes along. We being the better target.
Yes. Alright. I guess we can go ahead.
I should
Who wants to
warn
go
you
first?
before we proceed. I have
Yeah.
no reason to fear the poison and disease being gifted by Tiamat herself, but the disfiguring ailments that plague Bozaos, their crusted eyes, maggots wriggling under open sores, and that reek you could smell upon the air, follows them wherever they go. And it is more than mere physical disgust. There's something vile upon it. Abyss magic. A rotting
Tasty.
presence.
I'll be right back.
Sure.
Well, I guess it's either that or flesh-eating bugs.
And by your lead, I'll be in very far back.
I know, Maverick.
The bugs were really
I think they were smaller bugs. Were they smaller bugs, Tom?
There were flies. There were fly-sized
Okay, like
flies,
fly
but they were
flies.
swarming in like 10 by 10 foot cubes of like just swarming masses. Yes.
Do you think I could throw them like a corpse and distract them with it?
Oh, you asking me?
Anyways. Yeah. Yes.
Don't ask me. I'm the universe. I won't give you answers.
Thank you, universe. Okay, friends, what do we want to do?
I think the devil people are probably better still. I don't want to do
Okey-doke.
bugs.
Guess we're dealing with goats.
Totes my goats.
Onwards and forwards, friends.
I'm just applying.
Goats aren't that bad.
I think the goats that could possibly horribly disfigure you might be potentially better.
Ah, disfigurement. Who cares?
Right, your face is already fucked up.
Yeah, man. So what if I grow a tail or some shit?
Oh, fuck. Oh, I lost
What
my
do you have
tail.
against tails, huh?
Oh, I have a new tail. A better tail.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're quiet though.
Who's that?
That's Faith.
Yeah.
Oh, Faith is
that's
here.
Faith.
Yeah.
We're all here.
Wait, everyone's here?
Yep.
Oh wow. Hey guys, it's been a while.
That's us 7.
I'm here.
We're finally proper.
Do the people who are joining us care about being caught up to things?
I mean, if you can catch me up in like the next 5 minutes, or for the past 5 minutes, I'll be fine.
You know what? I'm gonna give the party a chance at this instead of me just pushing it.
All right, so we're after a object inside a giant scab, and we killed some flying bugs. That's about it.
Oh, and the entire place is made of some kind of flesh that's like really
Meat.
gross and seems to consume dead.
Meat building.
Seems to absorb. Seems to consume people. Don't stay in one place for too long.
Meat building eats things.
Faith.
Look, they're here. We're like, hey guys, how'd you get here?
Oh, I could finally
We
see.
fell into a hole.
Clearly, Faith flew Bappo up to save time.
True.
I feel like you're making fun of me.
No, it's what we all wish would have happened yesterday, but it's not.
It was a pain to get up here. Okay. Where were you when we needed you?
What? It wasn't a pain. I flew you all up.
Okay.
Is that better for you guys?
We can hear you, by the way, if that's what you were asking.
Yeah, I just want to know if the volume was okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's
Holy
good.
shit, I cannot see the screen.
Maybe a problem, dude. I want to fix that.
If that is your version of catching everybody up, how do you proceed?
I'll be right back. Peace here.
Cool.
The goat demons.
I guess I'd like to go at least 10 feet ahead of the group.
Sure.
Because I think some of them have.
Oh, this is... I forgot how
Got
gross
us
this
about 10
actually
feet.
was.
That is like a good 25. Encroaching that close and looking in, I'll have you roll me a stuff check if you don't mind.
Sure thing.
5 Hector.
As Hector crawls along the ground like the lizard he has become, you do the stealth. Come on, Hector.
Fails horribly.
Damn it, Hector.
What the fuck are you doing?
Describe your action.
I crawl along the... Did anyone play Metal Gear Solid 4? I worm along the ground and I come here.
Okay. As you worm along the
Cozy.
ground, you see, you peer into the purely dark chamber, and you see the 5 figures crouching in the darkness, some of them crawling over ruins, some of them scratching at the wall, some of them playing along the surface of the water at the edge, all looking at the blood corpse in the middle. There is a pile of a satchel has been ripped open at the edge of this pool of blood, with its contents spilling out.
Interesting.
All the creatures seem to be occupied with the center. 2 of them have their backs turned to you. The others toward the back wall are just scratching, clawing against it, digging.
Interesting. Can I make a perception check to see if I can make out the corpse?
With disadvantage, yes. Peering into the darkness with dark vision.
It's a 6.
You see blood-soaked tattered robes, a very thin frame, one arm floats, and you can see the skin is stretched and very spotted, like that belonging to an old woman. You see the nails are long, the hair is long, the face is, it's floating back
Long.
up, belly down. The hair kind of sprawling outwards. The feet are bare and have equally sharp talons, but the figure is that of a female.
You know, if I had to hazard a guess, I think in my head, I'm waiting for that to transform into one of them. Potentially. But anyways, I stay in my nook and I wait for the party.
I'll follow.
Lily, fluttering behind you, extinguishes her light.
I
Just
extinguish my
remain-
light
remain-
as well.
Remains with the most vulnerable.
Actually, maybe not, because
By the way, is this an up?
Up back.
No, that's just the wall. It's the walls here that you look up and it's like 30 feet high. It's like 3 stories high. The chamber
That's
opens
what
up
I
even
thought.
more. It's
That's what I thought.
a slight incline. This place is being dug out.
Is this blood or red grass?
It's definitely not grass. It's all gore.
It's meat.
You are, imagine if you had a giant scab and you were digging through it. So meat and
Imagine
blood.
you're inside of.
Do you ever look at somebody and wonder what is going on inside their scab? Hello?
We're all still
Hello?
here. I'm just
Oh.
reacting to everybody else.
Like everything stopped for a while. I was like, did my headset break?
Oh, just waiting for the party
Perhaps.
to do
I
whatever
follow.
they do.
I hide right here in this corner.
Sure thing. Are you still holding on to your torchlight?
No, I extinguished my hammer.
Okay. Extinguishing your hammer, you descend into darkness, save for what you can see thanks to other people's source of light.
You're a great shield, buddy.
I don't care, Netflix.
So,
Hey man. Ain't
So we
nothing
have
attacking
Hector.
this cat.
We have Hector on one flank, being followed by the Black Abishai that is Fabric. Fabric. You know what? I'm gonna be fair about this, even though no way he's gonna fail this. Yeah, Fabric.
Yay, Fabric!
Fabric once
Are we-
again melds into the shadows, and he is essentially not so much following your command, Hector, but following your lead.
Oh wait, are we supposed to be going this way?
You're supposed to describe your action.
I'll stick next to Erwin.
Sure thing. Are you okay? Just take it next to
Do I
Erwin.
need to turn off my light?
That's their choice.
I'll turn off the light.
Okay.
Oh,
Extinguishing
now
your
we're all gonna be blind.
extinguishing your torch. You send your human vision, like so. Who's glowing? Who's still aglow?
Like Hector's glowing.
I don't know
I
why
think
I'm
I
glowing.
might be.
All players see light. Why is that? Oh, because you have a torch. That's funny.
Oh, it's dark. I can't
Yeah.
see.
With everybody turning off the
buddy
lights.
up.
Hmm?
Everyone buddy up.
I tape Steve Jr. into my face again so I can see.
You know you can just set him on your head, right?
No, I want him on my face.
Oh my god,
My
poor
same
Steve
perspective.
Jr. It's a good thing he's probably like kind of stretchy.
You can sit in my beard.
You have a 5 HP goggles of dark vision upon your face.
Yay.
Alright, I whispered at you. What's the plan? What's the plan?
The goat people.
Who's going first?
What if you impale them long ways with the ladder?
Listen here, how about we get into combat before you tell me to impale with the ladder?
How about we go drink the blood with the goat people? Maybe they'll think we're friends.
How about no?
Ladies first.
You have 10 seconds before I decide to yell blood for the blood god and run in there.
You know what? That's
Mm.
probably a better idea than trying to drink the blood.
10,
Hey, don't make fun of
9.
my ideas.
8,
Hey Tom,
What?
7.
how high was
Oh.
the area again? You said 30 feet?
The chamber ahead opens up to a 30 feet max, yes. Just ascends from 10 to 30.
Wait, are we standing in the blood?
You're standing in gore.
Where's the blood water? Not blood
you,
water, but
you
the
saw
blood
it in the
pool.
chamber beyond.
I wanna
BRB.
Over here? Okay.
I want to ritual cast Deep Focus.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at my spells real quick, see if I have anything fancy. I probably don't, because I never do.
Where's Boppo? Did he just delete himself? That would be funny. There we go.
You leave?
He's right here.
Why is he muted?
Because I spawned him. That's fine.
I say we just run in face first and smack all the goats. That's all I've got.
What if we try to sneak? Are their backs to us?
3 of them are dicking at the dicking. 3 of them are dicking each other. 3 of them are digging through to the back side of the hall, trying to mention. The other 2 have their back to you. One of them is playing with the edge of water. The other one is about 5 feet up on this Roman column looking thing.
I
That's a
believe,
Good old
What if-
fashioned
what-
goat people circle jerk.
if I remember
Erlen.
correctly, they were previously described as standing in a circle. So it's not like we could sneak past them by like walking behind all of their backs. There's gonna be people face towards us.
I'm not very sneaky at
How
all
far away
anyways.
is the one? How far away is the one that's up against the blood water? Or lake. Or
Last time the homunculi saw him, he was about 15 feet to the right as soon as you enter the chamber.
Erwin, why don't you charge him and shove him into the blood?
I don't think that's gonna do anything to him.
And from
Just
there
gotta
we
make him
attack.
inconsiderate of other people.
I'm thinking that he eats the stuff and he won't. I think this guy we should just gangbang.
Okay. That sounds like a good plan. Ready?
Wait, let's
Yeah.
prepare surprise attacks.
I mean, yeah.
Can the goat see in the dark?
Probably.
Okay,
I
so
would
then
assume that's a fair
as soon as
answer.
we start combat, I want to restart my light.
That would take an action.
Okay, well that'll be my action.
Okay. Well, if that's
Well,
that's what.
If that's the plan, then that's the plan. Is this like a tiny hole right here,
It's
or
a
what?
5-foot wide crevice into the next chamber
Oh.
through which your homunculi climbed before.
That might be a little hard to gangbang in. Hector,
That's
you
what
go
she said.
first.
Of course,
I don't
I'm
need-
going first.
I don't need to climb inside. I'm gonna stand back here and hold an action to cast ray of. Actually, no. I'm gonna cast firebolt on this guy when someone else attacks him.
Sure.
Is my stealth holding?
Describe your action. I'm not reacting to tokens, I'm reacting to your.
Oh, okay. As I am like curled, like literally like morph a fist into the nook like a lizard, I morph a fist onto the floor like a lizard, and I slowly crawl like a lizard.
You slowly crawl, you enter the chamber, you prone and blending with the gore, you chin dip in this meat juice. You, as I described, you see the one on your right, you see the one they don't notice you. One of them seems to be eyeing the corpse and not eyeing you.
Awesome.
Passive perception 9, by the way. And then the other one is playing the water. So yeah.
Great. Can Fabric be like shadowing me?
If that's what you told him, he will attempt to.
Yeah. Okay.
Fabric is going to stick around corner until attacks happen. He's not going to crawl chin deep in this, but, you know.
Well, I was thinking me and Fabric could do like a dual sneak attack.
Sure.
Okay.
Call of Duty style.
I can't fit through this hole.
Sure can.
Guess I'll follow them.
I pick up a loose chunk of meat as I approach,
I should probably roll stealth, shouldn't
and
I?
I get into position 5 feet away, and I await Fabric to get closer.
Fabric gives
Oh.
you, like, the go symbol kind of thing.
I chuck the meat at the body in the middle.
You hear
That's so good.
a heavy ploop as the 3 goat-headed demons over yonder turn their heads with a very snorty and the one on the pillar in front of you just kind of flexes his claws out, and you can see the spines along his tail whip, almost hitting you, whip around, and you can see like a few barbs of them scratch the wall behind them as they all focus upon where the piece of meat landed. This one kind of reels back a little bit, panicking. This is the opportunity to do anything stealthy before they rule perception actively.
How high is the one in front of me?
He's about he's on a 5-foot tall column, and he himself is crouched and he's man-sized.
Okay, great. I'd like to.
Shoot the ladder up his butt.
Well, no, the ladder doesn't do as much damage as you expect. I'm gonna. Ready. I'm gonna attack him with my spear.
I didn't do so good in my stealth.
Sure. So bring yourself up to standing. That's half your movement as you attack with speed. Go ahead and roll with advantage. That'll be your ambush round.
I'm attacking him as well with my prepared action to firebolt him when someone else attacks.
Awesome. Also, I should have checked the angle and see if it was a new dawn. That's 28 and a 15.
Well, just the one attack. A 29 hits. For a total of 11 piercing damage against the thing, you see it take full effect for it. It is a magical weapon, piercing its flesh, and you roll me a Constitution saving throw if you don't mind.
Oh god, not again.
Oh god, I think it's all of you. Okay, no. Everybody within the crevice, you feel this wave of stench watch over you as Hector pierces the flesh of his creature. You feel pus kind of drip down your hand, and you see this cloud of spores burst out. You, Hector, take... Oh, cool.
Natalia, you had a held action to turn to light your torch again, didn't you? Or something like that?
Yeah. I can't actually see anything that's going on.
8 poison damage as the spores shoot out and get right down your gullet. You can hear Fabric behind you stifle a cough as he charges forward and attempts to stuff up, proning the other demon. And that will be initiative from anybody else who did not prepare an action. As your firebolt sails across, and go ahead, you rolled it.
I did. 13 fire damage.
Can you-
Did it? Yeah, it hit. Nice.
Can you
Does
turn
it
my
look
light
like
on?
does it look like he's being damaged by the
You can.
by the fire?
I don't know how to do that.
He somewhat doesn't seem to
Somewhat.
flinch. Light. There you go.
Okay.
The light lingers a little bit, but you see that as it lingers on his fur, it doesn't seem to react to it much. But you do see cinch marks here and there. As the light lingers, it too casts a little bit of light upon this creature. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and open that initiative tracker now. You know what? They're all gonna roll initiative as they
Yep,
come by.
like the token first. Can I use because I flipped the heads on the coin before. Can I use that on this initiative roll since I already had advantage on the
Yep.
surprise attack?
Oh.
Hey.
Okay, anybody else did not roll initiative yet? I see Faith, I see Natalia, I see Erwin, I see Aiden.
Sorry.
Yep. Jesus.
I thought doing.
When you
Hector-
have advantage on initiative rolls, but you somehow get a 5?
You rolled 3 twice.
Oof. Sending.
That's exciting.
Any
The
matches?
fungi.
Aiden, roll me a dexterity, compete, if you don't mind.
Sure.
It's just a tiebreaker for initiative.
Yeah.
Cool. You go on top.
Hey.
17.5. Any other ties that matter? Nope. Cool. First in initiative order then Aiden with a follow-up spell if you so wish, as you see the room illuminates with Natalia's light, and Lulu, we can hear her flutter beside you and you can see her now.
Yep. We're gonna just.
Oh, I had to run to the bathroom.
Oh. Huh. I don't know if I want to be in this room. We're not moving. We're gonna just cast Ray of Frost at the bastard.
John, roll initiative.
I am.
A 17 hits as the Ray of Frost sails across. Again, you see the same effect upon these creatures. That elemental magic seems to have a lesser effect upon these creatures from beyond, from the abyss. Nonetheless, it does take its total effect for a total of 9. Hector, it was 11, right? 11, 9,
Yes,
and-
11 damage.
and a fire. Okay.
Huh.
Okay. He lets out a guttural as it's sailed by both fire and ice. You're testing out the elements against it, seeing that it's sort of resistant to both. You extinguish the flame that was just on it with your frost, and it slows it down too, right? Or is which one is
Close
it?
down.
Slows down? Okay. Sweet. Any follow-up to that spell as it lands true upon it?
No, no follow up.
Okay. Its brethren, you hear the final scratch of claws upon the wall as it gives up its sticking task and sprints forward. Hector, you're so well blended that it sprints right past you toward the people in toward the chamber. It does not have enough action this turn to attack, but it is charging on all fours and leaping forward. Erwin, you may react.
Okay. So, everyone's gonna lift his hammer up, guy, and fan the flames as his hammer ignites into fire. Cool man stuff. And then he's going to attack twice with
Sure
the
thing.
hammer.
Mid leap, you miss with the first. It tumbles against the wall, and then you manage to hit it between your hammerhead and the wall. 23 lands true. Go ahead and roll that damage. As you hits its face, a few pus bubbles burst. I'll have you roll that Constitution saving if you don't mind.
And I'm using a divine smite as well.
Oh, sweet.
And I believe doesn't kill it.
No, if it does, it dies. I'll let you know if it dies.
Okay. Yeah, I have called Action Surge.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna use that and do one more attack.
Hits. As
And
you continue
then-
to bludgeon it, trying to shake it off. It keeps clawing at your hammer.
You have extra attack, right? So when you use your action surge, you can attack it twice again.
Correct.
Oh, you can't attack twice again with Action Surge?
Should be. It's a full
You can
action,
have
isn't
double
it?
attack.
Yep.
Yeah.
That one missed anyways.
It's a good attempt though. As you scrounge, yeah, it's a good attempt and it's quite enough. With a second bash, you hit it so hard that one of the horns flies off. You see a few of its goat teeth fly in another direction. An eye pop out as there's nothing left of its face. A mess. It falls to the floor, releasing a pussy, fungaloid kind of spore cloud into the air as you take 9 necrotic damage from its exploding body. Dead.
Ooh, guys, don't do that. That hurt. He dead though. I exploded his brains. And then
Big words.
big words are hard, okay? Yeah, I'm just gonna step over here right next to Hector.
Cool. Natalia.
Clear the path for everyone.
So good. Bruh.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I was shoot, you made me click.
I'll quickly yell out like, "Hey, they seem to be resistant to ice and fire damage."
Hey, their base resistance is ice and fire damage. 9 words. Try to
Okay,
see if the 6-word challenge.
let me just go right over here.
Fire, ice, bad.
Wait.
At the end was rules like you can always say 6 words if it's not your turn, because that's how me.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, I mean like it's not an official rule, but it's a fun DM mechanic that one of my DMs had. Because you can have a whole conversation in like 6 seconds.
no
You
word.
know? Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, did you click color on my character sheet? Tom?
No, I'm not clicking anything. I'm just waiting for Natalia to do her turn.
I'm reading. I'm reading.
Okay.
Dang it, that's not what I thought I was gonna do. That ruins that.
That storm thingy again.
I could. So I'll go there. And then this is a... Okay, so let me... Where's the arrow? It's not the arrow. Okay, so... Right here,
Yep.
I'm gonna cast my Sleet Storm. It should envelop the entire
boy.
room.
Oh boy.
But
Oh
it
boy.
should just miss Arrowwind and Hector.
Ah, fuck this
Can't-
guy
I,
though.
I can't wait to go.
He's right on the
out.
outskirts of it. He's right on the edge of it. Now over here, next square. So it's
Cannot aim into a wall. As you guys
I
just
can't
click,
see over
the
there.
room becomes cold, freezing cold, as the blood within the center begins to freeze over. And what is a sleet storm? It's like a freezing rain, right? Yeah. Okay. Is there any saves to it, or is it just an area effect? Flying on the ground,
when a creature enters it, or their turn starts in it, they must make a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
Neat. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that effect on the furthest point in the room, just so we are aware. 40. It's such a big spell. Jesus. Every time I see it, it's. Can you draw me like a 40-foot arrow, if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Like straight, please. Like there you go. Thank you. Okay, let's do this. 40. Okay, now can you draw me 80? Think about it. No more. Perfect. Thank you. That's a big fucking spell. Oh my god. There we go. there, that does it.
Oh man.
I want it down and over one tile. To the right.
Alright. Like that?
No, to the right. Yeah, like that. That's where I
That's
want
a
it.
spicy cold.
Okay.
I think that hits everyone you were trying to not hit.
Well, if
That's
I put
okay.
it over, it's gonna miss that goat, and he's just gonna walk out in one turn.
Holding
good.
on to that spell.
I don't mind the cold.
Only half your
Actually,
body's in it.
Would you say that the cold never bothered you anyway?
I'm a lizard, so it definitely bothers me now.
Thought you were an octopus.
Not
No,
anymore.
he's not an octopus anymore. He turned into a lizard.
Technically, I think I'm a tiefling, but we don't talk about that.
Oh, end turn.
I know, I'm just light and darkness. Okay, cool. Neat. Alright, as the room seems to freeze over and a sleet storm takes over, you see the demons disappear briefly in the storm before one of them leaps out onto you, Hector, appearing right before you. It is gonna go ahead and attempt to whip you with its barbed tail with a disadvantage.
Did it roll dexterity save?
Missing because of the sleet storm, ruling dexterity save, and probably falling prone. Nope.
Nope.
See. As it remains sure-footed upon the ground, it manages to resist. Unlike its partner, who will attempt the same save at the beginning of its turn this time.
Technically, it's not on the ground, though. It's on a pillar above the ground.
No, I'm talking about
You
that.
fall off.
Talking about this
Oh,
one.
the cylinder's 20 feet tall.
That is, what is your save? Probably that 11, 12. So this one falls prone onto the ground and has to spend half its movement crawling up and trying to make its way across the now frozen pond in the middle, making it only this far. Through the sleet storm, you can see its silhouette approach as its next turn. Bappo.
Okay, Babo's turn. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, just make
Oh
sure.
no.
Okay, so, I'm gonna use my dash to get 40 feet of movement this way. Roughly.
Remember that you move across the squares as such. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. You can move diagonally as well, like so. It's up to you.
Like that, or you gotta do it like this.
Sure. You know what? Sure.
I'm kind of confused. I could.
Yep. You can make it as far as to the beginning of that, where Faith is standing.
All right, how high is this cliff or whatever we're standing?
This wall blocks the way besides where Natalia is standing in the entrance. It is about 20 feet high before it hits the ceiling.
Okay. How far is 30 feet? Okay. I'm gonna attempt a steely shooty shot at this one right here.
Dead one. Shoot the dead one again.
Wait,
No, I already did 60 damage.
Aiming it as shifting silhouette
I'm
through
talking
the
about
heavily obscured area. Go ahead and roll your steely shooty.
I'm thinking if I want to add a superiority die to it though. Make him trip
It's on a hit anyway, so you roll it first.
Oh. Steely shoot. Oops. Not rolling to this
A 14 meets. As you manage to hit true with your bullets. Do you wish to do any trick shot with this shot or whatever?
Yeah, it's superiority die, and I'm gonna use the maneuver. Which one is it? Trip attack.
Okay.
Shoot him in the knee.
All right, and then damage. Oh.
What's your DC for that one? I don't know what I'm asking. Hold on, let me check. I'm pretty sure it's for 14. Can you just link trip attack on the chat? That way I don't have to look up everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, just thank you. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, such as this one, you can expend your one spirit to attempt to knock it attack down. You add spirit die to dex damage roll, and if the target is large or smaller, it must make a strength saving throw. Easy against your 14. Yep. Strength.
Oh.
You manage to send it upon its knee as it reels back from the shot.
I did it.
Alright.
That's my turn.
You hear more combat from your right, Erwin and Hector, as the demon up on a pillar leaps above your heads toward Natalia, and you can hear in your mind, Natalia, this demonic guttural voice. The words shift their meaning into near comprehensible words, all of them threatening, as it attempts to whip you with its barbed tail. Again, disadvantage US.
And it made it through that dexterity saving throw. Dang.
Slow down by your hailstorm and unable to see through it, it misses with its tail as it just whiffs and scratches the wall beside you. And with that being said, it then refocuses on flanking it with its fellow. You can hear more combat from its sleet storm to your far right as the turn moves on to Hector.
Yay.
Don't mind me just rolling back on NPC damage. More combat in the
I
background.
rage.
Okay. With much enthusiasm, you rage.
Rawr. XD. Woo woo. Stab,
I
stab.
will take away your rage if you keep that going.
Talking that way, young man. See what happens.
I stab at the knees.
They both hit. I'll just collate that damage because.
Oh, I'm not done.
24.
Where the fuck is it? Lord, they terrify. Make a DC 17 Wisdom save.
Strength of the will now being their strength, it rolls a 15, managing to barely resist. Nope, failing. What is
No,
it?
it fails. DC 17.
Frightened.
1 minute.
Thank you. As horror washes across its face. Frightened condition, eh? And total damage was 25. Thank you. I am looking up conditions. Frightened. Friend creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rules while the source of its fear is within its line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to its source of fear. Okay. With that being said, onwards, you hear more combat coming from within the sleet storm. As Faith, you may take your turn.
Faith takes out a short bow, then majestically takes out an arrow, twirling it in her hand like a basketball, loading the arrow into that asshole right there. But before I do so, I will take a bonus action.
Can you shoot in that direction? Because there's a wall right here.
I can see him. I just
You can't
lean
see within
over.
the sleet storm, that's why I have it on a map. It's heavily obscured. That's why everybody's rolling with advantages, why everybody's missing their attacks within sleet storm. It is
So
a
I'll aim
shit.
at that thing next to me. Or is it in the storm?
They're all within the
It's
storm.
in the storm
By
and
design.
behind a wall.
It's just a swirling orb of snow and sleet that obscures heavily the area.
It's just another blind shot.
Okay.
Just shoot wildly into there.
I will stealth as bonus action. If I can press the fucking button.
Watch your profanity.
And then I will then take a shot blindly. Because I am that much of a dunce.
You hear the arrow bounce off stone.
Here it hit the back of someone else's head. Hector turns around. He's like, "What the fuck?"
My turn.
Unless Faith has anything else in her arsenal.
No, not at the moment, so I'm gonna turn that.
Okay.
How far away am I from Arrowhead?
How far away?
Boom boom. Arrowhead.
Yes.
Want to be boosted?
Hey, shit!
You want to get fat? You want to be fast? as fuck?
Shit!
It's okay. Yeah,
Yep.
being speedy fast would be fun.
Cast haste on Arrowhead. And I'm gonna move back because I only moved two squares. I have plenty of movement. Yeah, that's my turn.
Alright.
And this haste doesn't require concentration for me to hold because I ritual casted deep focus right before the encounter started. So it just lasts for the full minute.
I hate you.
Ho ho.
So Arrowhead, you have advantage on those dexterity saving throws against this storm of
This
ice that you're in.
Storm. Ho ho. What does
That's my turn, by the way. So it's your turn now.
Can I see either of these scout thingies?
No, you can see their silhouettes within, and you know they're there, you can hear them. But the storm held by the spell held by Natalia just obscures all within the room, freezing it.
So you kind of have like a general idea that they're there. You're just gonna have disadvantage. On
Yeah.
attacks. Just letting you know, like you can still walk towards them.
I'm trying to figure out which one I want to go to. I'm thinking this one. Now I have to do a save, right?
Yep, dexterity to stay upright.
Hector's there, right? If you can flank one with him, you have advantage on those attacks, and it's just a normal roll. I can't see where Hector is from where I'm standing,
Yeah,
but
let me see.
I think he's there somewhere. Also, the fabric should be there, and you have double
I'm
movement speed.
invisible.
Dexterity.
And you have double
Wham.
movement speed with
Ooh.
haste. That's 20.
Okay, so I can get to here. Fine. smack this dude in the back of the head those times. I can find my sheet. Smack him in the back of the head 2 times.
One of them hits. As you smack it, as you swing it once, it managed to dodge, but then you counter position, find your footing, smack through. Go ahead and roll that damage once.
He's not flanking with Hector.
Oh, I guess he is. Yep.
I was gonna say, 'cause I just told him to do that. If he didn't do that,
Yep.
I'd be really upset.
Let me see, wait. 1 bonus action. I haven't used that yet, have I?
This Sleet Storm spell is honestly really cool. It's interesting.
Yep.
I forget
Got
how to
another
use
one too.
Thunder
Use it yet.
Smite. I think after I do attack, I use a spell, correct?
Yep.
This one.
It's not a spell. It's smite. Different category. It's on hit effect. Yep.
Wait,
Oh,
what
I
are they
see what you're
saving-
asking. Yeah.
Wait, what are they saving against?
It's thunderous. You can read out a spell. You can describe your action. That way, the party knows what you're doing.
Oh yeah, as I smack this thing in the back of the head, you know, Thunder Smite into his skull, see what happens. I just smack him in the back of the head, and then, you know, makes a lot of sound.
But what's
And-
it saving against? Like half damage?
Upon melee hit,
I
during the spell's duration, your
can't
weapon
remember.
rings out with thunderous ringing, audible throughout the chamber and beyond. You send the walls quivering as you deal that extra 2d6
it's-
thunder damage to the target. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you and be knocked prone. It has failed, so.
What happens to Hector?
Nothing.
pushed too?
He gets this thing bounce off its armor as it's pushed back 10 feet toward the wall.
Wham! And then I have
Out of the sleep spell.
another
Oh, cool.
action.
Can I take an
don't
opportunity attack on him since he left me?
Yeah. Hold on. Did I fuck that up? I did fuck it up. Okay.
You do get an extra action from haste, by the way.
I know.
I remember
I was
your
about
movement
to.
speed is-
Yeah, he
Move
just
along.
bashes the creature 10 feet away with haste. Just zooms toward him. Also, you took an action because I assume you cast a spell with your bonus action, by the way. Since we're on that page.
Wait, what now?
11 damage.
Okay. That hits, and that does it.
Oh, he did. Okay.
As he flies through the air, you just smack him down like Goku chasing down a target with a dragon
It's
dash.
just like a toothpick. Right in the face. Dead.
Okay. Then, would I have to re-roll dexterity?
No, you already rolled this turn.
Because I'm in the storm.
You
Only
already
at the
rolled.
start of this turn.
You did it at the start of turn.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I go over here. And
Italian.
I'm gonna use.
What are you using?
Because I have another action. It's haste.
Okay.
Continue.
Yep.
I think I missed
2 attacks. Bonus action.
2 attacks because
Oh, it was Hector who hit it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, enough. Yep. That misses, actually. Fighting within
Sounds
Sleep
good.
Storm, you fail to hit right, or fix effectively, or it's blocked otherwise. Dahlia still holding true to your spell. What do you wish to do?
I'm going to step right back here and to end my turn. Just keep holding up the sleet storm.
Okay. Can I get everybody within chamber to do me another DC 13 Constitution save, please?
Roger.
Constitution save, you save.
Am I inside the chamber?
No.
No.
Okay.
Fuck.
I'm good at Constitution.
Everybody fails another 4 necrotic damage as the stench, even though the sleep storm is there, stench lingers on, intensifies as the beast leaps onto your shoulders, Arrowwind, and attempts 2 slashes with its barbed tail with disadvantage.
Where's that dex saving throw?
Ow.
I mean, it will make it a sway even if it's.
Oh no, wait.
Oof.
Yep.
Wait.
These goats are dexterous.
Oh no, only
dexterous.
one hits. Plus 2 to AC.
As you take 8 piercing damage, another 13 Constitution saving throw then.
How come our other guy isn't attacking?
Which one?
The NPC.
He is on his turn.
He hasn't had a turn.
You said another con save?
Where did his turn go? He was
24.
He was 8. Can only handle so much. Sorry.
Oh shit! I was listening to this song earlier.
Nice.
Oh, I failed this one.
I mean, it wouldn't matter anyway because of the disease and you're a paladin. Nice. So just the 8
Oh
piercing
yeah,
damage. Okay, neat. That will be that. Back to Bappo then.
Beppo, I can't see where the enemies are. Oh. Okay.
into the snow cave.
20 feet of movement. Can I end in a dead bodies?
Yeah.
Or end my turn in a dead body? Okay. That was all 20. Okay, I'm gonna attack this thing with my great loot with great loot bonus attack. Oh no.
Oh.
You can describe your own whiff.
I ran out here fast and didn't get my foot planning right and tripped as I went to swing. And then the follow-up was even worse. So I just completely missed and it got stuck in the ground a little bit.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's my turn.
That was a great description, honestly.
Yes.
Right.
Everyone laughed at Bappo now because he doesn't know how to use his thingy.
I love that. There's just this small entrance that I can hide behind and just shoot shit.
More combat sounds from within the sleet, and you hear Valric yell out in pain as one of the barbed tails finds its mark and lacerates across his chest. He just goes, damn! And you see him lash out in retaliation back as he's fighting off 3 of these things. Oh, he literally gets his next turn back. Okay. As Hector, you may go with your turn as he retaliates back.
Cool. I'm outside of this bitch. Peekaboo.
That's a flank if I've ever seen one.
I see you.
That hits. Rage
I
is.
see, I can, barely see 4 people in a crowd here. It looks like a mess.
How's it? How's this one looking?
Rough and bloodied, but still standing.
Taste my fury, goat.
Well, imagine if we had to fight a bunch
22
of
hits.
man-eating flies.
Man-eating flies in a sleet storm doesn't sound very good.
To be fair, bugs being knocked prone, every turn unless they pass a dex save, sounds easier to fight against than when they're flying around us. I didn't consider that.
That is my turn.
You hit it across, you pierce one of its crusted over eyes, the pus bursting out, and you get some of your tongue. It's gross. You take minute 1. You take 1 poison damage, which is halved is 1.
Okay.
from just the pus coming out of its eye as disfigured elements that plague its body kind of begin to wriggle, and you realize that within its flesh the maggots begin to come out of their open sores as if leaving this dying body.
This disgusting.
Yeah, these things are hideous. That being said, Faith, it is your turn.
Faith's just gonna book it on over.
I like how
here.
Sleet Storm doesn't cause cold damage. Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I entered, don't I need to make a deck save?
Yep.
I feel like it's supposed to, but it doesn't seem to start.
I mean, if you guys have ever been in sleet, it's not really cold. It's just raining slush.
You fall prone, meaning that you lose half your movement speed this turn.
Well, shit.
Just crawling around on the floor, like, this is okay.
You can still attack from prone, but you know it's prone.
That was half my movement I'd be in between these guys.
You can shoot arrows by prone, by the way. You don't have to stand up.
Weirdly enough.
Interesting.
I did not know that. So we can't physically be on another player's thing, right?
As someone
No.
who mains a ranger,
So even if I was between these guys, because half my movement's fucked, could I go right here? As like a temporary measure?
No, you fell as soon as you entered storm. Half your movement is like what, 15 feet?
Oh, from this point?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it'd still be right there either way. 35, 10 for through Babo and Hector.
Anything else in your turn?
I'll do what Eden recommended and take a shot.
Again, it's very hard to aim through sleet. You may describe your own blunders if you so wish, for just fun of it. But at the end of
As
the day,
Favorite falling, lets go the arrow. See that she completely misses and just fucking just starts taking a nap.
okay. Well,
wait, you're not literally falling asleep, right?
No, I'm just closing my eyes to rest my eyes. Let's go with that.
Aiden.
I'm just resting my eyes, don't worry.
It'll be fine.
Alright, gonna move 5, 10, 15. Oh, hey, we can see this bastard. By any chance, would cold damage deal normal damage while they're in the sleet storm? I don't know.
It's a fair presumption.
How about a cold damage spell gets advantage in the sleet storm?
Even bigger.
I move 15 feet here, right? So I can move 20, 25. As long as I don't end my turn here. We're gonna lightning bolt these two guys.
Setting an arcing lightning, it bounces off the side of the rock. See if that bounce is enough to de-arc it, or it just penetrates straight through this scabious rock and through the two targets. Go ahead and roll that damage as I roll that save. Dexterity.
And then I move 5. And then I move 5 feet here, and that's my turn.
That's a 4 and a 17, my friend.
They both fail.
Interesting.
Killing the first one that takes the blunt of it, you see it splatter out, sending more of that pus and whatnot to like Bappo and everybody around them. Everybody but Faith, pretty much, who, because she has her eyes closed, doesn't get any in her eyes.
Really?
Everybody roll to see
Lucky
13 Constitution save as
Wow.
it fails.
Close her eyes. I have to be used. What is that so
Oh man.
Bappo, Aiden, you get some of that muck in all the places you don't want it. Where it hits your skin, it immediately starts to bubble, and you can see it yellow and slough off it in bits. It becomes itchy, irritated as you take 9 of that poisoning damage.
Oh.
The first one dies, the other one takes 30 damage in not full effect. Oh, the other one barely dies. I mean, like, just perfect lethal is what I'm trying to say. Okay, you see that this spell as well does not take full effect as much as you're used to it taking effect.
These fucking bastards also have resistance to lightning.
At least they don't heal
Fire
from it.
lightning.
Right.
I take 9 damage also, by the way.
Yes,
Okay, I did.
you were in a splash zone. You were like shielding Natalia with your body. Right, expediting this. Arrowwind, follow up as one of these guys explodes right before you. You have another silhouette about 5 feet to your left, raising its claw and whipping its tail about.
Hack him.
I bet you wish you had that shield.
Not really.
Okay, well,
I'm still hasted, yes.
Yeah, for the next, what was it, 4 minutes there, bud?
I thought it was just 1 minute.
Was it about a minute?
Concentration.
I don't remember what Lorian said.
Hey, it lasts for 1 minute, yeah.
Yeah, it's not my job to memorize spells, it's your job. Alright, yeah, still hasted.
Okay. Just gonna attack 3 times.
Okay.
Attack action.
With auxiliary speed, you attack at the silhouette to
Don't
your
use
left,
smite,
hitting
by the way.
with a... Jesus, hitting with all 3.
All 3? Oh.
Yep.
Feel bad for this.
I have 14-7, okay.
That's rough.
You hear it, you hear it just kind of bah! In pain as you keep bashing at it, and then with the final bash across its abdomen, you hear those bah turn into very guttural, demonic hissing. Yeah, you got its attention.
And now it's dead.
No, it's still standing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought I barely killed it with my lightning bolt. That's why I thought it was just
You
like-
barely killed the first one. You perfectly lethal the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just ignore my words, whatever. Natalia.
Wait.
Yeah.
Bonus action. I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
Hey,
Bam.
remember
Right
Cast
behind
it
this
inside
guy.
the wound in its stomach.
Right here. I don't think it hits though, so...
What'd you hold? Hit? No.
Oh. Big green spiky hammer.
Yeah. Natalia's still holding up spell somehow.
Concentration, I'm just chilling in the corner.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming if I cast a cantrip, the Sleet Storm will fail.
No, as long as you don't cast another concentration spell. You can cast
Right,
other
yeah.
spells as long as you're not concentration.
So,
And
like,
so
don't cast haste.
I can't shoot this because well, actually, hang on. He didn't he blast through all the rock here to hit this guy?
Yeah, there's no
Okay,
longer
so
a
I
scab.
want to go through that little hole, Ray of Frost,
Okay.
under this guy.
Was there a rock there? I'd
Yeah.
like to, I want
He's
to
17
play
hits.
before my turn.
And kills it as you hit. You want to describe it? Like,
Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost hits it straight square in the face, freezing its skull and shattering it as it falls onto the frozen pool of blood, cracking the ice a little bit. Dead.
Then everyone slowly looks towards the one that remains.
Or
there's
the,
another one?
the silhouette of it. Bappo.
See it?
Okay. Since I'm would Bapple have some kind of like scary scream for being a dragonborn?
You can
For
certainly try intimidation with it. Yep.
Carrie
he's just-
scream.
Yes, a terrifying scream.
you yell a war cry at it, it's gonna go ahead and contest with, let's say, wisdom. Just because you're shaking its will against your 15. It's intimidated, so much so that it is frightened. You see the same look of fear upon its face as the other one that Hector frightened before with the lordly might rod.
Okay.
As you approach it starts skittering back, but not fast enough to... What? What are you
Taking a look at him, would I be able to pick him up by his neck and choke him out?
You can certainly try a grapple, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that and try to pick him up and then choke him out while he's terrified.
Go ahead and roll me a strength. You may choose athletics if you so wish.
Let me see. The strength saving?
No, you are acting. It is a strength ability. A roll for a grapple.
Athletics. Fuck. Oh.
When you grab a creature to wrestle with it, you can use your attack action to make a special attack, a grapple. If you are able to make multiple attacks, this replaces one of them. The target of your grapple must be no more than one size larger than you. Come on, show me the full article, please. Buy the player's handbook. Go fuck yourself. I'll just look it up in the Compodium. I'm just sort of reading the rules real quick for a grapple. Amazingly, it's rule 21, but I'm going to give you disadvantage because of the frighten. So failing it, it is now grappled and within your grasp. A grappled creature, you have advantage to attack rolls, and you still have one attack against it. And you can use your action to, instead of attacking it, to try and pin it to the ground.
I was thinking more of just choke it out while I'm holding it up in the air.
Okay, then in that case you still have one attack action if you still wish to use it, assuming you're holding it with one hand.
Can I steely shoot it and hold it at the same time?
That will be from milling range, and yep, you can.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna steely shoot him with a flash fire bullet.
With a flash fire bullet, do you remember what it does?
Yeah, the dragon's breath, essentially.
Well, I mean, do you remember specifically what it does, or shall I look it up?
I don't remember specifically.
That's okay, cool. That's why I have handouts. That would be... Do you mind roll me 2d6 fire damage, please?
2d6, okay. The roller thing, 2d6. Bam.
Babo's just like choking him out with one hand around his throat, takes a gun in the other hand and shoots him in the chest.
Yep. With flash fire bullets.
Can you roll me a... You both cannot see. So the flash fire, you see a bright flash, but because you're in heavily obscured area, basically, the flash gets muted to the point where you don't blind yourself and it. Think of burning phosphorus, but like muted. Staring at what do you call a welder's flame? A torch.
Hard?
Yeah.
I don't weld.
You managed to take out a chunk of its lower jaw with that explosive shot, and that is grappled in your strong grip. So it's gonna try.
Gonna hold him.
Yep. It's gonna try and wriggle out, contesting your 20 there. Nope, 19 does not do it. Lashing out with its barbed tail, it's going to attempt to lash out at you, rolling a 21 for 9 piercing damage. As can I have you roll a Constitution saving throw against the vile spores scratches it's leaving across your flesh. Doesn't bother you anyway. Just
I
a 9
lifted
piercing.
higher. 1, 2,
Mocking it is helpless against you. It's trying to wriggle out, frightened of you still. The Hector and the Black Abishai ally next to you attempt to finish it off while it's still grappled. Hector, go ahead with your turn as I rule for Fabric.
Cool, I'll just get Doodle over here.
Sounds good. Fabric just brandishes a wicked-looking dagger, poison dagger. It looks something like this, and just attempts to stab at it.
Stab it, Fabric, for all you
Going
got.
semi-feral with a bite as well. Hitting with 2. Yep.
With dead.
I'm gonna just
Oh,
collate all the damage. 8, 10, plus 3, plus 9, plus 3, plus 11. Big party damage. You bring it to the death's door. If now is your chance to spare it or question it, it will be your chance. Otherwise, Fabric gives it a look like he's about to like rip its throat out.
Does anyone speak Abyssal?
I speak Abyssal.
new.
Ask it what's in the pool.
Are we rolling out of combat then?
I'm good to do that.
I guess.
I mean, I'm gonna say it's at death's door. If one more attack will pretty much kill it, that will be end of combat. Before I move on, I'm just gonna recount here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But let's do like XP as we go along.
I end the sleep storm.
Okay, thank you.
Does that mean the thing's gonna unfreeze and we're gonna fall in?
For now, it remains
You're
semi-frozen.
not standing in it.
You're not staying in it. You're staying by it. Yes, correct. Wow, these guys are not. They're jack shit. Times.
Well, if we
5.
decide to kill this guy, I want to do it. So
Let me do one thing at a time. Experience-wise, there are how many of you? 1, 2, 3,
7.
4, 5, 7.
Wait, there's 7 of us?
Yes.
Ah, there's 7 of us.
There's only
So
6 of us
7?
logged into logged.
It doesn't count you in the thing. Oh no, I can't count. I thought there were 7 of us.
who's missing?
There's only
No,
6.
No,
There's
it's
6 of us.
6 of us.
Wait, why do we
Oh,
call this
1,
7?
2,
There's
3,
only
4.
6.
I think
Is that with 6, Tom, or with 7? Because there's only 6.
There's only 6 of you guys, as far as I can count.
Yeah, so
is
that is
round
the
zero?
correct number.
Lulu does not gain experience if I hear that's what you're
Point
asking.
3 rounds down.
Calculator.
get all those 3s or just
You get 583. Just do yourself a favor. Don't add decimal points to your experience points. They won't count for much.
okay.
Right. Held in the chokehold, this demon tries to wriggle out but fails. Still clawing at your gauntleted hand. It is helpless as Fabric holds a dagger to its throat. You may question it if you so wish. You may end its existence if you so wish.
Okay, so while he's still in my hand, I'm gonna walk him over to Aiden.
You just carry him over to me.
Yes.
Just wriggles.
So,
I'm down, Buckaroo. I'll step out of the way.
Hey, you're gonna have to move. Yep. I carry him by his throat over to you so you can question him, do what you want, and then I'm gonna go kill him.
I kind of like clear my throat, you know, because it's been a while. And then in Abyssal, I ask him like, what's the water?
If that's even.
It would have been a great feast to strengthen our armies. Let me see. He relays.
Interesting.
He says the name of the woman in the center. Her name, he pronounces it as Yeagle-Blight.
Oh my god, that's fucking Maggie's sister? Rival?
You look at it, and she indeed looks like a night hag of some sort.
Oh fuck, I thought I knew it the moment you said long and nails. I'm like, it's a fucking hag laying in the blood.
The floor of this dark cyst is oh, nope. Hold on, I'm bringing the wrong thing. Where are we? Because you're asking for information, and you're asking for. Yeah. So he relays the information that the pool in the middle that's the hag Yeagle-Blight. She was working with Shrantolox to find Krotekek until Danel Fashni suspected the hag was secretly plotting against us. Shrantolox ordered us to kill her. We were gonna consume her bloated flesh. Shiz.
Who,
Yep.
who is Trontelox?
Trontolox, he describes him as a pig-faced, grand abyssal demon that leads all abyssal forces here. A mighty leader.
So, she actually dead?
Sure looks like it. She
Well,
sure doesn't move as the water blood begins to thaw out. Doesn't seem to stir anymore.
Is the water dangerous to touch?
Oh yeah, don't touch the blood.
It reeks of corpses. It's
I would assume that the blood would eat us like the floor.
So
I
are we
will
done?
extend my climbing pole because it has a hook on the end of it, and I'll like to fish the body over.
yeah, it's like kind of like fishing a body out of a glacial river. You bring it to the shore. I can't drag it; it's part of the map, but you get it.
Yeah.
As you question it, Aiden, you search it. Sorry, Hector. Too many names. Searching the hag's tattered robes, you find a belt pouch containing very luminescent diamond. Very clear, very high quality. Would fetch a lot of pretty pennies by the looks of it. It's pretty sizable too. Looks like it was used in casting rituals and such. As well as a small flask. Sloshing within it is what seems to be water. It has been sealed, so none of this muck has gotten into the flask itself. Unscrewing the cap, you look into it and you see that the water has a slight crimson hue to it, but doesn't smell as foul as everything else. Seems to have been either purified or used for other means. The flask is marked with a sigil that those of you who know Arcana would know that it's a very simple sigil that channels magic to use to preserve food and water, keep it fresh, keep it from rotting.
Okay.
The flask and the belt pouch with the diamond is all you found on the corpse. From what you've seen of hags, you've seen help me out, what's the name of the other hag? Mad Maggie. From all the various baubles and trinkets she was carrying on her, this hag seems pretty light, as if she was stripped from her goods, aside from what you find.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'll pocket all those.
Okay.
That's
I
just a
wanna ask-
diamond in a flask.
The diamond is I mean, Aiden, do you want to give it a quick look, or should I just keep its price hidden for now?
We can do that
I'll give it a
later.
quick look.
It would easily fetch like 5,000 gold pieces.
Good.
Oh
That's
shit.
a diamond.
So you can go ahead and mark that down in the item description. 500.
Yeah.
5,000.
I have it written in a
5,000.
notepad right now. My keyboard doesn't work, so
That's
I'll have,
how you play D&D best, with notepads. 5,000 gold pieces diamond.
I thought you said.
Yeah, the
wanna ask
demon doesn't seem to be very talkative, kind of salty that it didn't get to have you guys as appetizers. It doesn't seem to relay any more information other than the names that he relayed before. The name, if you want to mark them in your note, this is Trentalox.
Bappo, rub him up a bit. I want you to like scare him into giving us answers.
Scare him.
I'll scare
How far? I got him. How far are we off this cliff here? Right here. How far down is
It's
that?
not a cliff, it's
It's a
wall.
wall. It's,
Oh.
the brown zone is wall.
Oh, I thought
The
it was
brown
around, like,
zone.
a cliff or something. Okay. I'm gonna pick him up, slam him into the ground, and pick him back up again.
He yelps out in pain. It's very pathetic, very frightened of you. Still.
Nice.
And then
Also-
the silver state-
Is a creature named this. That's the race of them.
And I don't even know how to pronounce that. Just for
And
that
then
one,
in
slam him
Abyssal, I'll
into
say,
the ground.
I think it's in your best interest to answer our questions. How many of you are here?
Too many to count.
I guess you can't count very high.
we need to count, I'm gonna slam him into the thing.
Go ahead. Kill me. Send me back. And then we will return the thousands to haunt you.
Let's tie him up, put a fork
have
in
to
his
kill you
Peter,
when
and
I'm
leave him
ready.
there for the rest of
Do you
life.
have any
I'll kill
weaknesses in particular? Any thing that hurts, especially more than others?
Is there an open wound I can dig my finger into?
Yeah, plenty.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
No, I don't think that's a
Oh.
good idea.
Because you were all getting diseases from it just a second ago.
Words.
Plenty of lacerations. Holding on to it, your flesh is still sloughing off. I'm just waiting for you to finish the. Yeah.
I'm gonna push the steely shooty into one of his open wounds to get his pain.
Oh my god. Wait, guys, remember like in session, I think it was like 2 or 3, when we used the cultists to like make our way through the
Oh yeah,
what would-
the dungeon kind of just
what-
led
what
us
I'm
through.
looking for? Sewers. Do you know where the sword is? We're looking for the sword of Zerial, Celestial.
I mean, I think we know where it is. I think we're trying to find a way to it.
Yeah, I'm asking him.
We need a way in.
You will get no further information from me. Do it then.
He takes your hand that holds the steel shooting and just presses deeper into his wounds.
Well, it's not loaded, so
What if we?
He doesn't know that.
The one time I don't cast Charm Person. One time I don't prepare Charm Person. The one time.
I'd like to just finish the pathetic creature off.
Finish me or I'll finish you.
I have a
You
question.
couldn't even finish walking.
Does anyone have a
Okay.
fork?
You said from halfway across the room.
I have a fork.
Can we shove a fork? Well, does this thing have a penis?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, let's shove the fork in his penis hole.
Oh my god. I'm not watching.
See if he talks then.
Aiden like Aiden like looks away from the display.
I guess I'm gonna hold him up and let Paul do his thing. Arrow.
Cool. As you give him a circumcision, you hear him yelp out in pain. Fuck.
What's next? Cast
Erwin,
Ring?
get inspiration. Also, also get hit
He
by
tells
a
us
natural
this.
20.
Oh,
For a total of 14 piercing damage as he lacerates you with his barbed tail in your attempt. This guy is now Jewish.
Okay, I'm gonna go from holding him up, find a nice rock like this one looks pretty good right here, and just slam his head down into that nice and hard.
Yeah, just
And then just dies.
he's not useful to us anymore.
Can I proceed to continue smashing his skull in with my
Oh
hammer?
yeah, at this point you won't get any reaction out of him, but probably some satisfaction from the coup
What
de
about the
grace.
spores?
In like the middle of smashing him with your hammer, you suddenly just feel like this intense wave of lethargy, and like you can't even hold. You just like sit down because the haste has ended.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of collapse.
Goes to swing his hammer, fucking flies out of his hands into the wall, disappears. Okay.
It would go straight through the wall. This hammer is good at breaking stuff.
I guess I'd like to pilfer the rest of the boxes to see if they have anything.
I wanna.
They
if
don't.
possible.
Well, one thing at a time. So, pilfering the rest of the demons, just roll me investigation as you usually go through them. See if you can find anything of use.
That's a natural 20.
Ha!
Wow.
You find 3 soul coins
With a nat
that seem
one
to have
to
been
go
taken
with it.
off the hag. Okay.
Huzzah.
3 soul coins containing like a little sack, as well as one of them carries in the same sack. So with soul coins that seems to be made of some kind of flesh. You're not sure if it's humanoid or not. Has a little bit of fuzz to the outside of it. You find a small black gem. Seems to be made of onyx or something like, carved with a magical rune that Aiden you don't recognize.
Ooh, wait.
You
I get
do
that.
feel a certain sizzle of magic coming from it, but without identifying it, it's kind of a mysterious stone. Definitely belong to the hag, judging by the soaked nature of the satchel.
Alright.
I wonder. This might make a good donation. Pocket that. Oh, I mean, you please tell me. You might know what it means. You are a wizard after all.
Wizard boy.
Sure. I will spend 10 minutes to identify it using ritual.
Focusing upon the runestone, you identify it and unlock its secrets. It is what's called a hearthstone, a special piece of magic used by hags to transfer oneself into the ethereal realm, the realm of the dead, the realm of ghosts, wraths, and other undead beings. Temporarily shifting between this reality, the material, to the ethereal realm. Seems to have been stolen off the hag.
Wow, handy. Just take that back, thank you.
Sure.
Finders, keepers, Lorian. Sorry, this whole reincarnation thing is messing with my head a little bit still.
Understandable.
Bappo's gonna pull out his lute and play a tune in the downtime.
You know, speaking of tunes, I wonder what I heard. Beautiful thunderous sound. I'm sure that carried quite a ways through the cave.
Oh yeah, my thunderous smite. Probably woke something up.
My 2 gunshots.
I'm gonna use the pro necklace to restore a 3rd level spell slot.
Sure thing. You feel the necklace going a little bit tighter, and you notice that one of its pearls is missing, and the space between the pearls has been filled in like by the other pearls, making the necklace a little bit shrunken, a little tighter around your neck.
Oh, did I lie about something?
Mm-hmm.
You lied? You scandal.
I don't remember about what, but okay.
Just kind of notice that change over the long rest.
When your wizard's a impulsive liar.
This is something that happened during the long rest.
This is something that happened like a while ago, but the magic is taking effect over like a long rest, pretty much. More like I forgot to mention it in the moment, so I'm not mentioning it. It's fine, don't worry about it. He told like one lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Can I take
friends.
one of the goat people's heads and then take the skin off of it and keep their skull?
Yeah, for sure. The skin sloughs off very easily, disease, full of stench, but your paladin self is fully immune to this effect, so at this point. Poison, yeah, but disease doesn't affect you.
Yeah, now I got a fancy
I
goat
have
skull.
an idea, by the way.
How much would goat skull weigh?
What is it, like 3 pounds max? It's a skull, it's pretty hefty. I'll just say 3 pounds for the sake of. You're already
Poundage.
encumbered, I don't really care about further encumbrance.
Bappo, make some ale out of the water blood. The blood.
Make some mail. Alright. I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna take one of my canteens, dump it out, and then scoop up some of this juice.
Sure.
Tell me.
Brew me, and it brews. You get 1 whole gallon full of whatever foul, gory, crimson-colored brew this is. The stench
Alright,
does
I'm
not
gonna
still lingers. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk back over to Arrow, offer it to him, and say it's raspberry juice.
Raspberry.
He made it in front of you, but he says it's raspberry juice.
You didn't see that. It's raspberry juice.
Did see that.
You made me you drink it. You drink it. Actually, no. It's my backpack. I'll take a first sip. I'll take
Even
a
got
sip.
those raspberry chunks.
I'll take a sip of it, Tom.
Sure. You gain the following trait. Let me
Oh no.
whisper it to you.
Oh.
I also take a sip.
Cool. One moment.
Wait, you're drinking the blood?
Yep.
No, you made it into beer first.
It's foul tasting. It still has that iron-like taste of blood to it. If not a little bit more filtered, whisper to Papo.
Well, color me disgusted.
Whisper to.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but how is that gonna work with my bonds?
Gotta love touching the blood.
How
I think that's it for loot-wise. Yes. Correct. For now.
how long
Fabric.
does this last for?
Whoa.
8 hours.
8 hours. Well, friends, look like we've pilfered the whole place for value and entertainment. I suggest we get a move on, lest we be consumed by the ever-shifting pathway.
Yeah, it's annoying that this was just a dead end. Guess we have to go fight the bugs anyway.
I mean, we got a diamond worth a sizable amount, and a...
Favrik just goes in response to what Aiden just said. Is it a dead end? What were they doing here? You notice that he's clutching a side wound that has festered rapidly, dripping pus onto the floor, mixed with his blood, and he seems to be holding to it with one hand, nonetheless standing as straight as he can as he approaches the wall opposite.
It
Well,
seemed like they were going to drink the blood that they were using in this ritual.
But they were digging.
I have an idea.
I have a hammer that
Uh,
can break stuff real good.
I'll pull out the hearthstone. Am I able to utilize it?
Requires attunement. 1 hour.
Do you guys want to chill here for an hour?
I guess we can short rest.
Well, I guess we can look around while I attempt to attune to it.
It just requires a short rest. Like,
Sure.
in like a whole hour.
Yeah. While I'm short resting, can I investigate the walls?
Sure, yeah, it's like the walls are they're clawed, they're bitten, chewed off in bits, filled very mushy, very like a fungal growth in spots and rock hard in other spots. Especially the sore, freshly dug spots feel like they're muscle tissue more than hard rock. How do you spell disease?
D-E-A-S.
So like not like this.
Oh, so no, it's D-I-S. Sorry, Hunter can't spell.
So like not like disease.
That's not like that. No.
Okay. Throughout.
Dicease. I love it.
That was close. That was
Throughout the hour, as the hour passes, you hear.
Oh, I spelled it right.
You hear the coughing from Favik become worse and worse. His voice becoming hoarse. His wound festering further.
Favrik,
What if?
would you like me to cauterize that?
Do you think it will help?
Let me do a medicine check.
He lifts his eyes. You check him with a medicine check. He lifts his eyes. You can see like the shadows beneath his eyes, and a few of his scales on his face are beginning to pale and flake off. With a medicine check,
The
you can tell
disease?
that you know the smell of death, and this wound has turned necrotic.
Oh no. Can I gauge how deep it is?
It's deeper now than it was before. It seems that throughout the hour, whatever he's suffering from is eating away at him, and like he lifts, lets you look, lifts it, and he's like, "Is it bad?" And you can like see like half his like intestines poking out. How bad is it?
Oh.
Oh.
I'm gonna need you to sit down while I
Is it
try to-
bad?
just sit down for me for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I have anything in my medicine pack?
I'm just gonna close my eyes for a moment. Okay, I'm just gonna take a little nap.
On a scale of 1 to whatever number.
What? What's your question?
Yeah, what's the question?
Like, is he actually dying?
Looks like it. I mean, I don't know. It's
On a scale of 1 to 5, how badly are you dying currently?
Can I expend a charge or two of my healer's kit to attempt to sterilize and cut out the dead flesh? Does anyone have lay on hands?
I have lay on hands and cure wounds. So I could do that.
Could you please heal Favre?
Which one would help better? Considering this is like he's diseased.
Did anyone have cure disease?
Now, right?
Yeah,
I don't
expecting
have
him to
that
see like
one.
the festering boils. When he coughs, you can actually see flies coming out of his mouth, and the rotting skin just sheds right off.
Maybe it'd be better to just put him out of his misery.
Could you at least try healing him?
Yeah, I'll put you out of your misery.
Why don't you be useful for once and use your divine power?
I'll use cure wounds on.
Sure.
What do you mean? What level am I gonna cast it on?
You can upcast Cure Wounds if you so wish, or you can cast it at the original level. Placing both hands on him, you see for the rare occasion a little sparks of amber, as if he's cauterizing the wound with his very hands. The wound does not seal itself, but the festering does seem to be stemmed, and the fly cough seems to ebb away. Very minimal effect on the wound itself, but the breathing steadies, and Fabric actually manages to, get up on his feet. Thanks.
Hey Tom, I want to investigate the digging that Fabric mentioned.
Sure. I mean, you and Hector both investigated it. Again, there's raw spots where it was freshly dug, feels very spongy when you press against it, seeps a little bit of that pussy red liquid. Other parts feel like hard as rock where they were not touched. Feels like pressing upon a mushroom.
After Erwin's done using his cure wounds, can I put a salve and bandage up?
You do your best.
Wound?
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems to be more like a cursed wound than an actual physical one, but you do your best to at least stamp the physical part of it.
Does anybody know remove curse?
Sadly.
Look at you, Eden.
I do not have
Lulu.
any.
That's not good.
If you listen until
What if he-
maybe.
Lulu just hovers over your shoulder and like looks at him, and she looks at him like, in Walking Dead when you look at somebody who just got bitten. And she goes,
It's like,
"What if he turns into one of them?"
That'd be unfortunate.
just unfortunate, yes. Okay.
Can you all stop looking at me like I'm dying? Let's go.
He gets up on his feet and kind of swallows his pride and limps over to the door. This wall, anyway, is those.
Wait.
Yeah,
Are you hungry?
It can wait.
Oh, okay.
So, am I attuned to the stone now?
sure, yeah. You feel its
Okay.
power sizzle. It is a Hearthstone, just like you remember it from Curse's Rod.
Cool.
Oh, you've used these before.
I have a blink out of existence real quick.
What?
Bye.
Yeah, Hector's form, just like putting the ring in Lord of the Rings, Hector's form turns very ethereal, then invisible out of your sight. As he disappears, Hector, where are you heading?
Can I make out any distinctions of a wall?
You see the world around you in shades of gray. There's a constant wind howling in your ear. Looking at the wall, it seems a lot less material. You can go into it. Remember, it's the same as in Curse's Rod. You've become pretty much ethereal.
Can I go into the wall and see if I can
Sure.
ascertain if there is a
Yeah, stepping through the wall, you walk about what seems like 10, 15 feet. There's a hollow other side that these demons seem to have been digging toward, and the passage continues onwards.
Oh, okay. I'll go
Looking
back
throughout, you
through
see
and
more
go
of those
back
corpses
in.
around. You hear more of those buzzing of flies, in the distance.
Oh,
In the distance, like far off.
sure. I'll go back in.
Sure.
And,
As soon as you turn the stone in your hand and become material once more, you reappear in the room as you were. A little bit of that ghastly material of the ether still lingers on your forearms and your shoulders, kind of fading out like vapor.
well, friends, it appears there is another hall through the wall, about 15 feet.
Cool. Natalia, do you have mage hand?
I do have a mage hand.
Do you have a mage? Great. Can you help me dig through the wall?
Diggy diggy hole.
I do hammer time on wall if that okay.
The
That might be-
combinative effort of 10 pounds per action does help the effort of digging through this sponge-like material. Meanwhile, Aaron, with your hammer, going through the harder bits of this wall is easy as fuck.
Easy on them peasies.
Yeah, you literally, every hit is like 2.5 feet worth of stone just bashes away as you deal extra damage to constructs and abstractions. You manage to tunnel right through and form a passage to the other side. The tunnel before you stretches into the darkness as you make your way onwards. You are about... Where are you guys? There you are.
Whole other side.
You are... Yeah, about here. No, wrong, sorry. This place is huge. You are here. There we go.
Interesting.
So the wall, if I'm just going to draw it real quick, was here. About.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you've managed to just pile right through it.
Can you do the double click? Oh, there, I found it.
Yeah, sorry. This place is huge, I know.
Yeah, I was like, where the fuck are we? Well,
Ooh, this is like a tight squeeze.
I mean, it's 10 feet high tunnel onwards, yeah.
I guess I'm crawling up.
Wait, do we see these people over here?
I mean,
Those are the dead
those are the
bodies.
people you just...
This is where we
it's
just
where
came
you were.
Oh, okay.
It's these people. It's a token.
Right. I thought they were other.
I can see that.
No,
that
that's the wall
hack
you just
now,
stepped through.
though.
I'm just marking progress of the party.
So, question: is Fabric the only one affected by this curse?
He's been battling 3 of these things at once. He took on the front line. He seems to be the only one affected by such a wound. Yeah. The sleet storm protected most of you guys from getting hit by any of this. He's the only one who seems to have suffered.
Poor man.
He's limping behind, kind of keeping up. Thanks to your healing. As you proceed onwards, you come to some sort of a larder chamber before you opens into a 6-way. You see more hordes of hellish flies buzz around this dark chamber, high above you guys. Out of your concern, seems to be that's where you first scouted up those ledges, but where you are at, don't seem to notice you. Strewn about are mutilated devil corpses, even more of them, gnawed bones and such. Piled high, a hole in the floor reveals another dark cavern below this one. From over yonder is where you saw the torchlight. Looking inside, you can still see that light flicker in and out.
Okay.
Close examination of the mutilated corpses, I think I already said that, reveal that they are various spirited devils, a couple barbed devils, and a bone devil general that seem to have led them. This is where they have made their doom, it seems. All of the corpses are torn to pieces and in some cases partially eaten. It seems that this is as far as that third, what did they call them? Whatever, division.
Oh fuck! Yeah.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. That's where,
Yeah.
as far as that division got here. Same symbology on their armor, same identifiers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna send Filbert over this way.
Sure. Send him scouting ahead. Philip comes to a tunnel leading to a cave. Narrow. Some parts of the cave narrow down to like 2 feet in height. A medium-sized creature will probably have to like crawl prone through it. If he proceeds onwards, he will come to a 20-foot wide chamber onwards. The floor of this dark cyst is strewn with bones and dotted with weeping sores. Shallow niches gouged into scabby walls hold an assortment of stoppered flasks, polished black orbs, humanoid skulls, and other curios.
Well, I know. I think this is the hag's lair. I will send Fildert in further.
Send him in further. He looks up to the 20-foot high ceiling, and like starlight, these floating orbs of fires float about, gentle wisps of light. Let me just reveal their tokens. Float to and through. Counted them, it's like 1, 2, 3, 6 in total, all throughout this room. Fildert doesn't seem to attract these floating orbs of light, as they don't seem to mind him. They just float about like jellyfishes through the air.
Okay. I'll tell the party what I saw. What do you guys think? Should we check it out or keep moving?
That looks a lot like leading. That looks like what we're looking for. Yeah, let's keep going.
That's a dead end, by the way.
Wait, what? It's a dead end.
Yeah, it looks like it. That could be useful. Erwin, you wanna bash us through?
Yeah, everyone, make this bigger, please.
I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy hole.
Yes.
Diggy hole.
Digging the hole.
If everyone is willing, it takes about 10-ish minutes to get
Are we
through.
digging a hole?
It's up to you. I don't know. I'm just going with the party's sort of
I
opinion.
mean, if not, I'll just crawl through.
No, I can dig hole. I don't... Over here? Make this hole bigger?
Yeah, just a little bit.
I make hole bigger.
shit.
What is this?
I'm just
Oh,
marking
shit.
where those insects are buzzing about. Above.
Oh, okay.
That's what Aiden is reacting to. He's looking up and he's seeing all these virus insects on the ceiling, flying about, buzzing about, eating these corpses. They're all up there.
Make hole big.
Make King Hole big enough for you guys to stand in. It's easy. You just follow his lead. 10 minutes. You make as far as where Fildert is standing, waiting for you guys. All happy, like with his tentacles, like "Daddy, you I don't know, dude."
You're here.
Yes.
You're
My
home.
son.
The chambers, as I described it, it's a bunch of shallow niches gouged into these scabby walls that hold a assortment of stoppered flasks, polished black orbs, humanoid skulls, and other baubles and curios. A witch's lair. Seems that Eagleblight used this chamber to lair and before she was rudely disposed of. Are you still casting? Oh, yes, cast Identify. Never mind.
Aiden, do you think these orbs would be worth anything?
Lorian, you still with us?
I'm sorry. I stepped away for a second to get a drink.
How dare you?
Did you say something to me?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You think these orbs would be worth anything?
I think it's strange that they're all conjugated here.
I believe this is the hag's lair.
Tom, can I try to identify them with like an Arcana check or something?
Sure. You check the niches, the items in niches. You find a black sack of stitched flesh, within which is a lustrous, another black gem, just the one that Hector is holding. This one with a different rune upon it, but seems to be otherwise of similar magic. The lustrous black gem is shaped like a human baby's fist. This one, an iron flask. You can find as well. I'll post a picture of it at the moment. And 3 more soul coins in this chamber.
Well, guess I'll just.
There's
Look
also
at
a
those.
collection of poisons in 6 small stoppered tubes made from human finger bones. Each flask holds a single dose of a different kind of poison, but they're not labeled. They're just labeled as poisonous. Just by your general knowledge of alchemy, you would know how one would generally symbolize a poisonous warren against the poisonous flask. Oh, never mind. You have proficiency in it, right?
Yes, I do.
I'll tell you the name of them, but not the effect. One is burnt author fumes. The other one is carrion crawler mucus, which is the mucus of a giant maggot creature. The other one is essence of ether. The fourth one is labeled simply malice. The fifth one is labeled oil of Taggett, and torpor is the last one. So in order, there they are.
Ah, those could be pretty useful, Eden. We should hang on to them.
Yeah, we should.
I've already
More,
pocketed the coins, by the
More
way.
Sure.
eating and more
The
eating.
only other valuable items you find as you identify throughout are 3 3-pound orbs of polished obsidian. You, as a jeweler, would know that they're worth about 100 gold pieces each, and they can be also typically the obsidian of this kind is used for spell casting. It's used as a spell focus, if you will.
Ah,
Yeah.
that could be
Otherwise,
useful.
100 gold pieces each.
If nobody wants those, I'll shove them into my.
Other curios looking around are not really catching you in terms of Arcana check. Just from pure sight are an empty casket size for a human infant, a copper cowbell, a rope, a noose, a shriveled claw that belongs to a creature you can't identify, that has like 4 fingers in total, on the end of like a black cord. Soot-stained wooden coffer containing what looks like 3 teeth from a dragon wormling. A dead tomato plant in a ceramic pot adorned with images of dancing cherubs. And 9 teeth that looks like they were taken from dogs.
Eh.
Sorry, no. 9 dog-ish skulls. There we go.
So, is anyone opposed to me taking all of the vials? Does anybody
Nope.
want anything specifically?
Do
I'm
as
good.
you wish.
Okay.
But, we are amassing a decent amount of soul coin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a soul coin's
Soul
worth about 100
coins.
GP. That one diamond we worth 5,000 GP. So, just put it there.
Copper combo rope.
Looks like we might need to go up,
5.
but I have an idea. I'd like to go to the end of the chamber, Tom.
Going to the end chamber, and finally, as you reach the end of the chamber and take a good look with whatever light sources you have with you, you reach a beautiful tapestry, like the ones that you saw at Mad Maggie's, the last tapestry. I have a picture of it.
This is important.
Is it
Come-
glass or an
Wait.
actual tapestry?
It's tapestry. I mean, it's the same as you saw in Mad Maggie's, but this one seems to be the final addition to the collection, the one that she never got.
Oh my god.
What?
That's incredibly valuable.
Wait, do you want to steal the tapestry?
Of course I'm gonna steal the tapestry, Eden. It's not gonna do any good here in a meat cave, and plus its caretaker is kind of dead. Glorious.
I imagine it's like attached to the wall, isn't it?
I mean,
Glorious
it's
meat
hung on
cave
the wall, but you
tapestry.
can easily take it off. It's a hag's lair. She doesn't go for like aesthetic. She likes
I'm
rot.
gonna-
She likes things like rotten wood and weakly secured furniture and mess.
You know those like leather containers that people put like rolls of paper in?
like
Spell
a
scrolls?
spell scroll container.
No, like in real life, architects have them. They put like blueprints.
Yeah,
in
it's the
them.
same thing. We're talking about the
It's
same
like a
thing.
tube. Yeah, I have one of those in my thieves kit. Can I put the tapestry in that?
Why do you have a thieves kit? Yes, you may. But why do you have a thieves kit?
I've had it for a long time.
I believe you. It's just funny that you mention it now.
Ball bearings, Tom. Ball bearings.
Ball bearings for days.
And a crowbar that I don't really need because I have a magic rod that is probably.
Yeah, no, for
more
sure.
interesting.
You carefully roll up the tapestry as Lulu takes a look at it, taps it, and you see that same charge of divine magic kind of fill her essence. Happy with her restored memories, she holds one more charge of like 20 temporary hit points, and she's willing to give it to anybody who wants it, pretty much.
Would you give it to Favric, dear? I fear for his health.
Wait, what was it?
20 hit temporary.
I will do it on one condition. She seems a lot more composed, a lot less reserved. Promise me he will not step a foot in that chamber when we find it.
Fine.
That's on Fabric to promise.
I
guess
will
I
spare him. But if he means ill with the sword of Zariel, I promise you, I will purge him from this world.
You know, I do think he'll want it, but I figured we could get used
Purge
to it
him
before.
from this world. As she taps him on the shoulder, Fabric is unconscious, but he's breathing. I'm gonna call it a session here as you guys reach the end of the lair. And you see Lulu's attitude changed a lot with every recovered memory. She seems to become more and more lawful good, more like her celestial self, less rinsed away by the river Styx effect. And unless anybody else wishes to do anything last in this chamber, I think it's like 10:20. I'm gonna call it a session. I'm gonna give everybody like an extra 500 experience each for reaching Eagle Blight's chambers. Yeah, that's good stuff.
I think I level up.
Do you? Awesome.
At 500, right?
500. Yeah. 5,000.
500.
I fucking wish.
500,000.
Yeah, I mean it's free experience pretty much for avoiding combat and all the chambers and stuff. But good job.
I'm at 45,000.
Nice.
We didn't even mean to avoid all the combat. We just like let's go,
Well,
let's
the
pick
next
up that
session,
left.
let's just backtrack and obliterate those bugs for free XP.
Fuck yeah, 53,000.
Sure. Let me look up how much they're worth each, just for meta sake. Haha. Okay. Cool.
48 through 6.
They're like half a CR each. They're bugs. You're playing exterminators at this point. There were more. I love it how that's exactly what the module said. Is like offer really weak monsters, but define them in threatening ways to deter characters from going a certain path. But if they do dare it, make them realize that it's just fucking bugs.
I mean, I figured they were just flies, but you know.
Alright, so the bugs are the easy route from here out, boys.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
I
only.
guess you
How
did
do
your
you?
job. For
I'm
well,
actually
'cause I really
looking
did
around.
not-
How do you get down from here?
We went through a hole.
No, wait, hold on. Oh wow, there's only one way down. Interesting. That's a good dungeon. It's a good dungeon design. Remember how I told you I hope that they don't miss out on too much content because there's so many routes around? But like in the end, to the final or final sections, there's only like one route, so it's like you won't miss much. But anyway, sorry, I'm talking outside of player knowledge, and that was good though.
It's still cool to know.
This place is humongous. For those of you who missed the last 2 sessions, you can talk to me outside of session if you want to catch up. I just figured that John and Will don't really care about the lore much, so if they want to ask, they would just ask questions. But if you want to ask, I will answer. Any questions you might have.
For the ride.
That's what I figured. All right. Any other last-minute questions? Before everybody
Yeah,
can...
Fabric dies. Do we get the experience?
If you kill him, you monster.
What if I assume his position?
It's almost like that's the plot I'm going
To the
for.
point where he's going to die, and
About
I
what
will bash his skull in.
So it's almost like that was the entire arc of him coming with you guys, Hector. Go on.
Oh.
Go on.
Tom, about what I whispered to you before, would we get experience then if he died?
What are you talking about?
Well,
Are
no,
you like awoke this morning? I foresaw Fabric dying. What do you mean? I just foresaw it. Don't ask
Yeah, pretty
questions.
much.
Yes. You know what? And I'll give you I'll actually give you inspiration for that. That's funny.
Really?
Yeah. He just like looks at you like in his last moment. He's like, "You bitch! I succeeded at saving you know it." You're like,
What
no,
are these-
3.
What are these martial archetype thingies?
Who?
I'm leveling up, and I'm.
Martial
There should be
archetype
a
is what
description.
fighters get.
Yeah,
Are you 3rd level fighter now?
yeah, I'm 3rd level.
So you get to you remember how you picked your like oath as a paladin?
Oh, okay.
Fighters get martial archetypes, and there's a lot of them. So you can,
I
if
see
you have
that.
questions about them, like there's like the samurai, the knight, the whatever. There's a whole bunch of like,
Oh yeah, there's
subclasses.
arcane archer, battle master.
yeah, pretty much. So you get to pick your subclass for fighter now. That's what I like about multiclassing, is people forget you can just subclass again.
Alright, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, sounds
ya.
good. Thank you for the
Samurai.
Sleet Storm. That was a neat mechanic. I like that. I put on Frostpunk. It was so neat.
Oh,
We just have Storm on our team. Just a bunch of X-Men.
Yeah.
Nice utilization of your homunculi. I was like, if anybody fails... Here's the thing. So, Erwin, I won't be... I won't be mean because I forgot. But what I was gonna do is, because you kept Steve Jr. on your face, is like as soon as you get hit, all those like that hit gets absorbed by him first. Because he's on your face. I won't do it now, but going forward is like, if you wear him again,
Oh, shit,
I'm gonna use him
yeah.
as a meat shield next time. Because it's neat how you utilize them, but I'm like,
I meant to like take him off my face.
okay, well, I mean, that
Right,
would
before I
have
lit
rendered
my
you pretty
hammer.
much blind, but yeah. Or not
Well,
blind,
no,
but
I
depending
lit
on
my
like...
hammer.
Yeah, I guess we'll just say that, yeah. As soon as you ignite your hammer, you have vision. Sure. We'll go with that for continuity. Said, I'm not here to be against you. I'm just here to be like, continuity and a little bit of realism, a
I
little bit of
forgot
challenge.
he
You can't
was
just
on my
say
face.
no to everything. That
He was on my.
challenges you. But I think this is a session. This was fun. I hope you guys had fun as well. I'll stick around for a little bit more if anybody has any questions or needs help with the level ups. If you did level up, let me know. Other than that, I'm gonna cut the video feed here and upload it to YouTube. Yay!